We're back, and let's let everyone know that Peggy is doing okay. She's on her way to the hospital for observation. Special prayers. Everybody pray for my sister.
Everybody pray.
Pray, because she does too much, and we all know that. But God is with us, and God is with her. We're going to continue with our guest Sunny.
Yes.
And she's going to spend a few more moments with us before we go to our next segment.
Yes.
So we want to
Give
turn
it back
over
to me.
to you, Sunny.
So yes, I guess was just explaining that through the journey you have to have a different approach to how you eat and how you live and how you thrive, and what you need to intake into your body. And as I was focusing on stress levels, like Miss Kathy told me, I'm little, so I cannot carry on a lot of stress. Okay. So you have to learn how to minimize stress. Stress is natural. We know that. But it's to recognize what stress looks like and when to pull back.
Yes.
And to re-energize your soul and your being and your thoughts. Because every day we go to work, we have our babies, we have our families. So with that said, another way I looked at a health benefit in terms of what I've been through is having to undergo chemotherapy. I had made a decision. At that time, I had to wear head wraps because I lost all my hair.
Okay.
And just so happened that time, head wraps were very popular. And so I was able to go to the beauty store and put them on and face the world and go to work and so forth to journey through what I was actually going through. So about 2 years ago, my mom bought me a sewing machine because I love, can she hear me? Can you guys hear me? Bought a sewing machine. And I said, what am I going to do with this sewing machine? And one day I was going out to have some fun with my friends, and I just made a quick hair wrap. Like, I took some fabric because my hair wasn't done, and I made a hair wrap within like 5 seconds. It wasn't pure perfection, but it was different. So I go out, my big sis, I love her dearly, her name is Teresa. She looks at me and she said, where you get the hair wraps? I just made it. She was like, what? Like, you need to do something. And so she had kept nagging, not in a bad way, but just nagging me in a much positive way to pursue something with the head wraps. You need to do. She kept saying that it was in her spirit to tell me this, that God is telling me, Sonny, you gotta do something. So I said, okay, and when time is right. No, the time is now. You know,
Okay.
this how she speaks
Sometimes
into
we
your
need it
life,
now.
right?
Sometimes
she speaks that
we need
into
to
your life.
listen sometimes.
Yes. And so I just got to the sewing machine and got to sewing. And then I used quite naturally social media to share my wraps. And the overwhelming of love that I have received thus far, I have made over probably 500 different unique head wraps.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my head wraps are created to make women feel beautiful, even though.
And we see how beautiful.
Yes.
This is
Beautiful.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely.
Yes.
And my hashtag is Rock Your Crown of Glory.
Oh, okay.
And that was plugged by a dear sister of mine named Agnes, and she said, I want you to rock your crown of glory. And so that's what I do and turn my pain into passion. I create these beautiful head wraps, if you guys can see.
Okay, beautiful.
And they all dub different names. Miss Kathy actually has her own Miss Kathy.
Yeah, I
She's
have
wearing the
Miss
Miss Barbette.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So they have
I have
actual
my own
names.
Miss
They have
Kathy,
actual
though.
names. This is Miss
Okay.
Barbette.
Oh, okay.
This is Miss Judy.
I love your packaging.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Her packaging
Yes.
is
And you can
beautiful.
use this.
You can use that too.
You can use this too.
People, they think that I'm giving away fabric. I'm not. It is just, you can use it, you can wrap it around your head or
Okay.
what have you.
Okay.
You know, and
That's a nice gift.
yes,
It's
it's
a
a nice
lovely
gift.
gift.
Lovely,
Yes.
lovely, lovely.
So,
I
for
need
more-
one.
You need
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Always need a wrap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay.
So, turning my pain into passion and creating these head wraps. I do have a website because, for the interest of time,
Yes,
it's So
what is it?
Essentials, BigCartel.com.
Oh, that's long.
That
You're
is
going to have to
long.
repeat that.
So it's
again.
So Essentials. Sorry, let me take that back. It's So Essentials, etc.
See?
That BigCartel.com.
Repeat
So
it
So
again.
Essentials, etc. That BigCartel.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Okay, so you all are going to have to go back to the video and run that at
Yes.
least 5 times
Yes.
so you can get the spell. Does it spell correctly?
Correctly. So SOESSENTIALS that BigCartel.com. I also have a Instagram page, and that's So_essentials_head wraps.
Okay.
There's a plethora of head wraps out there, and they are
okay.
absolutely beautiful,
They
comfortable,
are.
and I love them because I can kind of grab and
Those
go.
your babies.
Those
Yeah.
are my babies.
Right.
And also, I want my son is here real quickly, and this is another plug. You rely on higher power. Don't let any doctors or anyone tell you what you can't do, that you won't be able to do.
That's
God
true.
is real.
God is,
God is real.
He
he's our
is
creator. He knows.
real.
That's real.
They told me I couldn't have children because I went into when you, what is it called? I'm going through it now. Menopause.
menopause.
Because of chemotherapy, and they told me I couldn't have children. Well, he's here,
He's hit
Oh,
miracle
yeah.
child.
my miracle baby.
Miracle baby.
Yes.
He could be too.
Only God knows.
Only God knows.
That's right.
So I'm gonna leave you guys
Okay.
with just when you're faced with challenges, as such as I have been faced with for three times. I just know it's not about me.
Right.
It's about me being able to touch others to push through whatever they are facing. Because we know it's not an easy road, but we just have to trust and have faith.
Trust and have faith.
Yes.
Remember that. Trust and have faith. And
Yes.
we know who we should have faith in.
Oh,
Yeah.
one more thing. Can I plug one more thing?
One more thing.
The runway for DC Cure is a beautiful lady by the name of Ramia Henderson. I went to school with her. We graduated from Ballou, Big Bad Ballou, 1990. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, Southeast.
Southeast,
All right.
Ward 8.
All
Ward
right.
8. So don't say that Ward 8 can't produce excellent people because they all over.
And it's a
That's
new,
right.
beautiful
Yes.
school.
Yes, it's
a beautiful
gorgeous.
campus.
Yes.
I love it.
And
Yeah.
so I'll be participating as a designer. The fashion show is geared towards raising money for women in Ward 8 specifically, so they can have services for, being able to have examinations on mammograms and so
Oh,
forth.
wonderful.
So she's doing a wonderful thing. This is her 3rd annual, so I'll be participating
What's
in
the
the fashion.
date?
It's August 17th, and it's got
Okay.
to be the Renaissance, and I believe that's 9th and F Street, the Renaissance Hotel.
Northwest in
Northwest
DC?
DC, right
Yes.
across from the old Convention Center, if you all are
Convention
familiar
Center.
with that
Right.
area.
Right.
And I think it's from 3 to 6.
Okay.
Yes, so
well, we
thank
want
you.
you to remind us in
Yes.
August. Call in.
Yes, I
Let
will
us
do
know
that.
what's going
Call
on,
Yes.
and we'll make sure that everyone in our viewership will know about it.
Yes.
Ooh, and thank
Thank you so
Sonny.
much.
Thank
I
you
give
so-
hugs.
Yep.
Mwah.
Thank you,
Thank you
Cassie.
so much.
Mwah. Thank
And-
you, guys.
And if you have any questions, make sure you review this video and you go to her hashtag. Her,
Yes, Rock Your Crown of Glory.
Yeah.
And that's through IG, Instagram.
It's too long for me.
It's too long.
Okay, we're going to have a moment of commercial break, and we will come right back with. Ooh, we got Angela and the crew coming in.
All right.
All right. So we're going to continue the conversation on cancer. Please tell your family to join us. This is a most important view because
Absolutely.
it's in everyone's family.
Yes, it is.
And so we need to know how to deal with it. We need to how to deal with our health, and we need to know a prerequisite on, just in case if it might run in the family. It might be
does.
something, and this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how maybe it can be detected.
Yeah.
See you in a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Family. Yes.
That was excellent.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Daryl from Chrysalis for Wealth.
And I'm Alicia. At Chrysalis for Wealth, also known as C4W, our mission is to transform local communities one individual, one family at a time by just teaching some basic financial principles.
We're particularly focused on the ordinary individual, the average hardworking Joe who just can't seem to make their money work to grow and become financially secure.
You see, we find that everyone's not having that same conversation at the dinner table. We believe it's important that we level the playing field and ensure that all have the opportunity for financial success.
At C4W, we specialize in education through a wide array of services. We teach our clients to become financially secure, responsibly insured, and tax-wise.
Contact us. Let us be your fit team.
Okay, we're back.
All right.
Hey,
Yay.
we back. everyone for joining us this afternoon. And we're going into part 2 right away.
All right.
At this time, we have at our table, we have Angela and, I'm having a little brain thing.
Okay.
Angela and Alfonso. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, just in case you have not met them. They've been on our show at least twice, because this subject is so important that we want to make sure that you know about what's going on in the medical field and dealing with cancer. So, without further ado, Angela.
Hello, everyone.
There you go.
Look, I'm all over the place.
There she came
Everybody
right
got
there.
Look, I see it now.
Okay.
The name of our organization is called CECRRG, Healthcare Educational Agency. So, what we do in our agency is educate people about precision medicine, otherwise known as personal medicine. And when we were listening to the young lady speak about cancer earlier today, had you been around our system, you wouldn't have had that testimony to tell. So, what we do is we educate individuals between 65 and 79 about getting tested for BRCA1, BRCA2, which is breast cancer and prostate cancer, because they are the biggest population of cancer patients. And during 2015, President Obama and NIH and Cancer Institute decided we need to figure out what's the best way to combat that. And in order to do that, they needed funding. So, Congress approved a grant that went to Health and Human Services for $678 billion.
Wow.
So that tells you that they're concerned. In addition to that, the numbers that they discovered was in how much they have to pay for radiation and chemo came out to be about $15 trillion of the budget, because not everybody has good health insurance. That's another discussion. So we were introduced to a program that helps us help families know about genes in their families long before they manifest. I did a test on myself because I wanted to know what was going on in my body, because one doctor's telling me this, take this pill. I don't do pills. And when we found out, my mother didn't give me B3, and my dad shorted me on B6. So every now and again when they're trying to give me that guilt trip, I look at them. Which made my thyroid not operate properly. And so, because I was in the gym, I was running with the best of them, and I was like, how come he losing weight and ain't nothing happening over here? What we doing? So it's a learning trait that you have to teach generation after generation after generation. And in doing so, not only do you make yourself healthy, you make your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren understand the proper way to eat, the proper way to rest, I'm guilty, and the proper way to speak to your doctor. Because let's be real, doctors are traditionalists. Here's the scripts when you get out of medical school. Here's what you have to do when you're taking care of a patient. But in reality, that doesn't work. I have another testimony where I was cutting grass and I didn't know I was so allergic to grass that I ended up with a sinus infection. Went to the ER, and he looks at me, and instead of giving me the traditional antibiotic, oh no, he's gonna give me a super dose, 875 milligrams.
Wow.
I was on it from Friday to Sunday. It ate a hole in my stomach, and I had a reaction. By Wednesday, I was in the hospital.
Oh my.
So not having the gene information for me, he almost took me out of here.
You sure did.
Okay? So we have two sides of precision medicine that we're dealing with now. When we first came on the show, we were focused specifically on cancer.
Right.
And that's our baby. That's our signature. However, we are now going to help the doctors help you.
Oh, okay.
So before he or she prescribes something for you, they're going to give you a test to make sure that you're not allergic to, see, I'm allergic to codeine. So they would give me a test to see, oh, well, she's got antibodies in her
that's
body that will
great.
not work well with, you know. So we're really excited about educating others as they educate their doctors. Because
That's great.
that's what you need.
That's
Because
great,
if you
yeah.
think about it, doctors do what? They practice.
They practice.
I
Oh,
don't know about you, but I don't like being practiced on.
Right.
So I would rather go in there being knowledgeable. I'm not saying, go to WebMD and everything on there, that's what you have.
Right.
And then you go sit in front, doc,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So we are working really hard in educating people, even if you've had cancer in that age range of 65 to 79, let's identify which one it is.
Right.
Understanding that your body has this gene, it could be recessed for years.
So how do we
Yeah,
start this
could be.
process? How do we get started
As the patient,
as a patient?
I'll let Al tell you that.
Right, as a patient.
Well, first it starts with education.
Right.
That's the first thing. We have
Right.
to educate, and like Angela said, we have to also educate the doctors, because this is new
Yeah.
to the doctors, and they don't recognize it. And what Angela was talking about is the next test is the PGX test.
Okay.
Well, what that does is go in and dealing with personalized medicine. They want to get precision now, because you don't realize that if you're taking, there's some medicines that can actually turn into poison in your body if you're carrying a certain type of gene, because it breaks it down differently.
Right.
Also, they can check in with this particular test and see if radiation is good or not good for your body.
Oh.
Okay, and that way people don't suffer a lot.
Exactly, yeah.
When they do that. So this PGX is new, and like I said, we have to educate the individuals in the two type of testing that we are doing, and we are having classes, and we will come out to any organization that want to know about precision medicine or personalized medicine. And if the people want to volunteer for the test, we're able to take the test for them. Now, the age range is 65 right now to 79, but if you have Medicare Part A and B for at least 2 years on disability or something like that, you're eligible to take the test. Now, there is no out-of-pocket cost for you, okay? Because that's
good.
what Obama, they did when they put up the $600 billion with a B. So now you can be able to take the test, and what's going to happen is once you take the test, we're not going to send you the results. We're going to send the results to your personal doctor. So now they can set up a strong lifestyle change if needed, because it may not be needed all the time. And even though you may have a positive reading, doesn't mean that you're going to get it. Okay, it's just saying, hey, we can now change your lifestyle. And that's where the key is. We can change your lifestyle.
Okay.
Wow.
That is so
That's
interesting,
excellent.
and I'm
That's
sure
excellent.
most of us, including me, had no idea that you can detect early, and the fact that this is something that we need to tell our families, and I'm sure if the churches got involved, because we have a lot of seniors in our churches and of course our nursing facilities that are over 65, and that's the key, because we want to predict before and try to see things before. We only have a few more minutes. We have our guest here. I forgot.
Ramonda.
Forgive me. I have to look up, and you were there, Ramonda. Well, you have a minute to give us some more information.
Well, one of the key things, Ramonda. My name is Ramonda Haynes. I am a holistic practitioner of alternative wellness, rejuvenation of the body, detoxification of the body. So when we're talking about the gene, we're talking about, to me as an educator, how to either activate or deactivate that gene.
Okay.
And that's one of the key factors of knowing how this body works, is because of your immune system and your body and the connection piece. Your bodies are not separated. They all are in one, unit of the body, and they all work well. But it's all about, if you're not digesting properly, your body's not absorbing properly, that means your body's not going to get rid of the things that it doesn't supposed to have.
That's
Right.
important. That is so
Right.
important.
So a lot of people are basically a nutritional deficiency.
Okay.
Have nutrition. So in this program we're doing here is to educate people on. Okay, so if you do have it, let me show you. Let's educate you on what you do with it. And if you don't have it, let's show you how to prevent it from the generation on down.
So important.
That's
so this
so
conversation is going to continue.
Yes.
Because
needs
it's
to.
so important, and we need all family and all friends and all of
Yeah.
you to get the word out.
That's
and
right.
give us contact information so that we can get more information and go to websites, etc. We'll start with you, Angela.
Well, the website right now, because I'm still building the other website, is CECR That's www.cecr.us. Phone number is 240-428-7037.
Okay. And
We all in
they're
this
together.
They don't need to give you all the websites.
All together. We want to
Bam,
thank
got
you
it.
for viewing today. And we got something else?
Something else.
One more.
So, I spoke to our managing partners. We are now going to do a weekly show.
Oh, wonderful.
Great.
Yes, yes, yes. That means we're going to get this information out faster.
All the time.
Oh, that's
All the time.
great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so,
Yes,
it's so
that's
important
awesome.
to do this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kathy,
Education
you have
is
any?
power.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Kathy, got any closing words?
Well,
before we
Ramona
close
took the
out?
words out of my mouth. Information is power. And also taking the information that you have and use it is very powerful.
Yes, we got to use that information. So,
Knowledge is power.
thank you everyone for tuning in today. We went over a little bit long, but that's okay.
Right.
We want to make sure we get all of the information to you. I'd like to thank all of my guests today and Sister for Sister Network. We see you a little later. And what time is it, ladies?
It's time for you
To walk in your purpose
And
and prosperity. We'll see you next Saturday.
And prayers for Peggy.
Prayers for
Peggy.
Peggy and
Yes.
all of our sisters
All of our
and our
sisters.
brothers.
Yes.
See ya.
See you.
So, y'all gotta get on.
Come on, y'all.